Okay, so hello everybody. Hello, first viewer. How are you doing? Let me know if you have any problem. Try to use chat if you want to talk, or okay. So let's start. Okay. I don't know how can I interact with you guys. For me, it's very new, this YouTube stuff. I will start drawing, and if you have any advice for me, you can write me on Twitter. I can check it out on Twitter. Maybe on the YouTube page you can access and talk with it. Okay. So this is it. Let's start drawing. The commission I have today, it's a face it avatar. I need to draw this little guy here. It's a man with a fish tank head. You can see that. Okay. First, I start with a very rough sketch. I'm using Sketchbook Pro because I know I found the tools very cool to draw. It's an easy software, very lightweight, but very handy for that kind of drawings. So I'm just starting to throw lines, just thinking with a big pen brush, just thinking where I'm going to put the head of this little avatar. So it's a fish tank, so I think I can have a little creativity freedom to draw it. So let's check about that. The guy wears a blue shirt. Looks like a survivor from an island or something. So the idea is, what can we do with the face that looks cool and fun? We have his face here. It's very awkward. Maybe just an idea. Maybe I could draw just a fish jumping from the fish tank. I don't know if the guy is going to like it, but we can make a happy fish going out. Could be fun. Could be. So as you can see, I draw without erasing a lot, just trying to find the correct position on anatomy and everything, but in a very rough manner. We need something else here. What can we add at the hand? Maybe something fun. I'm trying to think on something. I always ask myself questions about what's this guy, why he chose this skin for his character, if he's a fish tank, what he's doing, what can he have here in the hand. Maybe we can just, there's a problem here of direction. I don't know how to solve it. Because the fish view is pointing one direction and the eyes of the dude is pointing the other, it's creating maybe a trouble. So let's say the guy is eating something yummy, and the fish just wants to jump from the fish tank and grab it. That could be cool. It's a story there. Okay, next question is what do fish like to eat? An apple? And fish tanks guy with a head of a fish tank. I don't know what they like to eat. So, this is a very rough sketch, and it should be like that because when I'm inking, it's when I'm really drawing. Here, just trying to compose the image and think on what elements are going to be there. So you can see we have a very rough sketch. Now, altering position of the head, maybe it would look more dynamic. A little that way. So that way. Yeah, it's very cool to draw like this. Digital, because you can put things wherever you think it's the right place. So once we are a bit convinced by the ideas, we can start drawing. Inking, I mean. Yeah. It's supposed to be a face-it avatar, so I just need to draw until here. Let's go back a little and see the whole picture. This is something, I'm not sure what it is, but it's like, yeah. Like that. Next phase is, I put this very low in opacity, and I draw with a custom brush I made for this with black. The magic of the software is this tool here. You know, this with the little dots there. I don't know if you're watching this. I grab it, and there is a value here. Now it's on 23. This is it's a kind of a stabilizer. So I'm drawing with a little line outside, but this is getting my lines very soft, and they look very cool. If you increase the size, you know, the line between the actual line draw and the cursor is longer, but the lines draw is lower, so you have more time to think where do you want to go. But it's harder to get straight edges, so it's impossible to do with one stroke 90 degrees edge. So you need to do like this, like one stroke and another stroke, and then erase the rest. This is the way I found that it works with me. So you can do this with a brush, but you can do it digitally because it's easy to erase. Something like that. So I'm going to start over. I'm going to decrease this because it's too, for me, I just need 23 and maybe a little thick line. And I'm going to start drawing little by little. No. It's very wrong. Let's see. Supposed to get there. Yeah, if you have a very rough drawing, problems like this, I just want that you draw something and it's not correct in dimensions. So this is supposed to be here, the end of the fish tank. You haven't tried this software before, I recommend it. There is a free edition, but you don't have most of the cool tools. And you can, it's like a rent. It works like Photoshop. You can rent a license for 1 year. I think it's $30, something like that. I'm not sure now. I think it's worth it because I really used this software when I was doing star maps, because it was, I don't need to draw anything else that just the pen tool and just let my imagination run. It was easy. With this kind of lines, it's a pleasure to draw. Yeah. On Photoshop, you have the problem that there is no line stabilizer. So maybe lines are always look a bit clumsier. If the style it's like that, it's spontaneous and it's like it's the intent to do, it's cool. But if not, it's hard to get these soft lines. Yeah. It takes a while to think those lines are bothering you because they are not erased. But once you see the final result, it looks cool. So So do not worry too much. Probably then I take this drawing to Photoshop and I do some changes and tweaks and I finish properly the lines and everything. But the big ones, the big lines that give dynamic to this figure, to this guy, I like to do it with this brush. As you can see, I'm not changing brush size for this. With the brush I make, the pressure is important. So if I make very heavy force, the line goes thick. Thicker, I mean. Sorry about my English, guys. Let's see this head again. I know I can invite people here if you want to come and say something. I think I can send you an invitation. Just let me know your. Maybe I need your address to Gmail to send you an invitation and come into the video and say something and ask questions. I don't know. I wish I know. This is my first time doing this in YouTube, and I'm not seeing it. How can I make this conversation with you guys possible? Let's see without the sketch how it's looking now. Okay, the apple, it's some work. I don't know, people it can comment on something and I can reply questions. I don't know how it works. Group chat. How can go? Okay, I continue to draw. Please tell me something in Twitter if you know a way to make people chat with me along this way, along I draw, because I don't find anywhere to activate this option. Okay. Hard line. I'm not sure I should make this so thick, so I'm gonna try a bit more. I prefer to do that in color, maybe. Put the lines inside. You can rotate the canvas too easily, so I can draw easily this part. I can draw a mustache to the fish, or it's too much, maybe. Let's try to have fun a little. So when it's safe, I think I'm I'm going to take it to Photoshop and see what can I do there and start coloring. So you want to come. Let's save important to your stream page to watch the comment. Okay. Thank you, Doc. So they left. Oh. Oh, okay, I see the comments now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Monocle. Yeah, now I can add stuff. Oh, I don't want to overcomplicate stuff, but yeah, we can have fun with it. So it's very easy with this tool. You need to try. It's so easy to make smooth lines with this tool. Hi there. Okay, let's go to Photoshop. We are going to Avatar. This is the number 514. You can see it works with Photoshop too. Like you can save in Photoshop format from Sketchbook Pro. That's so cool. Here I'm going to clean a little bit the line. Just fast, nothing very, because things that I see that bother me like this. Hello, the type 100. I'm using Sketchbook Pro for drawing because it gives smooth lines. You have a tool that it's like a stabilizer. It's very cool. Also, I'm using a Wacom Intuos 4. I don't have a Cintiq yet. I wish I had the money to it, but it's so expensive. Hello, everybody. No problem. So the best advice I got when working in Photoshop is to assign keyshorts. Is that the word? I'm not sure. Keyshorts to make the brush larger and little. I assign it to Q and double B, the keys to make the brush bigger and little. It's something that I found that makes your workflow better. It's not like you don't need to think and go to the palette, just make the key a couple of times to make lines very different from what they look. Cool. Okay, let's try to start with the color. Okay, if you're ready, you always can change ink while you are. Okay, first I'm going to do the flags, do a new color, and color layer I call it, and it's just drawing under the ink. Okay, I am going to rename this. This is the ink. I'm going to take my favorite square brush, and I start with the arms. Okay, there you go. Usually I pick up the colors of the skin, but change them to something more soft, not so bright and saturated. Always looks more realistic, no, but more cool. So I'm going to paint this very fast without. I'm not worried about if the lines are out of the line. Just to see the whole picture fast. And you can go to details. Maybe more bright blue, like this. Okay. So I'm going like that. Anyone can do that, you see. And the blue, we'll have to think on something with that. Okay, because if it's water going to splash out there. Here, some color, in some color. The apple, we can do it golden apple. He's eating a golden apple. Yeah. I know it's not possible, maybe. And the fish, let's go for a grayish, greenish, maybe a bit more green, blue, yeah, something like that. Okay. Thank you. One of my advice too, when you're coloring, never use pure black or pure black colors, because they are not real. Real life, even a white wall, it's not white. Always it has some colors from the room, from the sun. Maybe they have a yellowish color or a bluish color night. Same things with blacks. There are thousand, not, but I don't know how many. Lots of kind of blacks. And because I'm drawing in black line, thick black line, adding more black, it really makes the drawing look heavier than it is. So I usually put those warm dark grays here, like in the eyes. Hey, how are you? Okay, this is just rough. I'll try to. Oh, the next step, it's a boring one. It's the one you have to finish those outside line colors. So, but this is cool because you have this is working or it is not. If your colors are working, you can start working in detail. But if the gamma of the colors is not working, it's easy to change them because you not even have draw final colors. So let's see this. Okay, looks very simple right now, but I think we can make it more complicated. A trick to see if there is any way to make it better, I use sometimes this trick. It's going to image menu and there is a little, it's like consulting colors. I'm not sure the translation in English. Here there is, you can test very different color gammas in your drawing. Some are very drastic because they change it a lot the way the looks drawings. But if you change to warm and cold colors, maybe you will find that your image lacks something. It's a way also to put all the gamma in a harmonic way. For example, this is like it's a night scene or foggy night. It's called. This is a futuristic blick. There are cool results, and there are colors that you can look at that are better than the ones I put. I think this is all in green. I really like one of these. Yeah, this gives a little yellowish tone, very soft. A yellowish tone. I don't know if you can see it, but I like this one. It gives a kind of vintage feeling to it. Okay, now the part of the job no one's like about coloring, that it's doing it little by little, changing the holes in the image. Guys, if you have any question now, I can read your. Yeah, it's true. I've seen the guys who paints that draws everything in gray and then add a color layer in the front. So it's cool too. Way I think I have more control in the colors because my colors are very flat, and even if they have some shadows and some lights, it's not there is not a lot of undertones and no textures. Comic, I recommend to draw colors directly. More visual, maybe. How was the beach today? The beach was great. We enjoyed a little time together. When you have sons, it's very complicated. There is here in the island beaches that are just rocks. You can take children there, but it's cool. You have to get down off the rocks, like climbing down, and then you found a very special place. With kids, you can do that, and we go some of the rocks there, and we really enjoy it. I study graphic design for 5 years, and after that I start working for a comic publisher in Spain. And I really love comics, and since I was a kid, my father have lots of underground comics and science fiction comics that I really loved, and I always copy them. But I did some summer courses, some summer, I don't know how to call them, in the school on summertime, just 1 month drawing, and they teach you some of the basics of drawing and comic book, about storyboards and inking and everything else. Yeah, I did a few of them, maybe 3 or 4 months. And it was cool, but I started really drawing comics on my 30s, I think. Seriously. Before I was drawing for a magazine, I was designing too, but it was not like living from comics. A lot of people learn by themselves. It's not hard. It's just patience and not getting frustrated because results usually take a while to come. Yeah, working as a graphic designer, a comic publisher, I've been like almost 10 years. The kind of job is doing logos for the covers, coloring some covers, or doing digital retouches, because when you translate a comic book from English, for example, to Spanish, maybe you need to retouch image, or mangas. I did some of mangas too. You have to scan mangas from Japan and then erase the sounds and then add the Spanish sounds to it. So it's a lot of work. Yeah. Oh, it is here. Yeah, I started very early. I think I had 19 years old when I started working for this comic publisher in Barcelona. And then I go to another one after 1 year and I start making a magazine for children. Yeah, it was cool. It was very cool. But I was young. Talking and talking, and then we're almost there. Okay, so I think we can do another layer now. I call it multiply, because usually will be a multiply color. I select the color from background. Uh, from Spanish to French. No, I didn't translate from Spanish to French because I was working for a Spanish publisher, not as a comic artist, as a graphic designer. Yeah. I did just one comic here in Spain. It was called Bonjour Paris. It really sold a very little, like maybe 200 or 300 books. And after that, I look for France. I go France because there is a bigger market there. And yeah, I got my first real contract there. Okay, so this layer is to add some shadows. I'm going to try to use a warm color, see what it looks like. Not bad. So the focus of the light, it's in front of the face, and everything else project shadow. This side is supposed to be in shadow. The apple, this arm, it's very soft. I don't know if make another level of shadow. It's very smooth, this one. Let's try this. Most of you should be on holidays or almost there, right? Okay, I think I'm going to try to add another level, a darker shadow in some places. This is cool because it really loves soft shadow. But on some points, maybe we can exaggerate this contrast. A little more contrast is what I'm looking for now. Yeah, that way. A little on the most darkened areas, the project shadow, like the head, or this side maybe is darker under the arm too. No, I can't believe I've been doing this for 3 years or more. No, for 4 years already, I think. Since the first Minecon, it was the time when a friend of mine asked me for a drawing of his skin. And I said, oh, I think I can do that. And once I went back from Las Vegas, I opened the shop. Okay. I think we are done. Here you can see the color of the multiply layer. These are the shadows. It's cool, right? With no line and with the ink. So a little more shadow that way. And we are done. We are ready for the next step. I always use the same process. I create a new layer and I call it gradient. And with the wand tool, selecting all the layers with this option, I just pick up the areas I created in between the shadows and the flat color. And here I start adding lights, just using the gradient tool. It's like a trick I learned these years. And because it's inspired by the game, I think it looks more like a video game than if I use a real soft brush. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. The phone ringing. Okay. Not sure about that. Basically, I love to make my colors with cyan, magenta, and yellow and black. You know, these tools, because I have my education in colors as a graphic designer has been always with inks, not with saturation and stuff. So for me, it's easier to work because when I have a color I want, it's easy for me to make it darker or brighter. If I'm trying to make it darker, I use usually a cyan color and a bit of black sometimes. Or if you want to make the color have more harmonized palette, maybe you add a little red to everything, and then it looks like it has a reddish ambient around. Oh, thank you, Asterix. It's always my pleasure to draw for you guys. Okay, as you can see, I'm adding a little light here and there. So the image is popping little by little, a little bit. Just using the color I have as a base, and maybe with less black, or maybe with more yellow, you can make an harmony with it, yeah, or some contrast. I like this one. I'll try to make, yeah, like this. Yeah, you think drawing competitions were fun until until people didn't join them. The last one I tried, I think I had 2 entries or something like that. I need to cancel it. But yeah, I would love to do it again and offer. What kind of prizes do you like? Do you like key games for key games? I mean, free games. Maybe you mean you want free avatars. What do you like best? Yeah, I think I got one famous time we make for Nox birthday. Do you remember that one? I think a lot of people came by then. Yeah, I was asking, what kind of prices do you like? Maybe I can get in touch. Cash money. Yeah, I would love. Yeah, Minorca is a great place to come. Oh, cool. I will think about that. Yeah, I was in the middle of rebuilding the site with a new template and everything, but suddenly I stopped doing that. I have half this design made, so I was waiting for it to be more finished. Okay, so basically we have this image. It needs a bit of life. I add a new layer and it called details. Here's when I go free with the brush, start to add maybe dots of light. Yes, points of interest. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. I'm going to try a few things. Hey, don't do. Oh, yep, crash, please. Hey, now. Okay. Yeah, and remember tonight, if I can make it before midnight, probably, I will upload a new page on Wondercraft. If you are interested in it, don't miss it. Yeah, I did some YouTuber banners before, but I found hard to make people happy on them. Not all of them, but people who come to me, some of them give me more troubles, and my prices have to be higher because it's not just doing the drawing. You need to do corrections and everything else, and I just stopped doing them because of that. Because you have to move things, doesn't like the colors, and it's a tough work. Thank you for coming. Yes, usually they ask for a lot of stuff, like they want um, 6 characters doing different things, a lot of weapons or stuff, and it's a lot of work. And I did really didn't show up. It's very small, it's a small area, and I always think that it's better to go with simple than overcomplicate stuff. Like people say like less is more. No, I don't know who said that, but he was right. But people are too baroque. I don't know. They love chaos and a lot of stuff. I recently did one banner for a kid, and it was a really pleasant work to do. Not troubles at all. Okay, I'm still missing something with this image. I'm not sure if the first time I did the multiply layer, it was too soft on that. I'm trying to add another one this time. This time I'm going for a little magenta, one of my favorite colors to add lights and shadows. Let's see if we can make it pop up a little. For me, it's too bland now. It's just my point of view, but I like high contrast, especially on shadows like that. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Yeah, magenta is great. Always great. It suits every drawing. Sometimes I overuse it, I reckon. So, right. Okay, well, I think we are almost done here. Maybe we can adjust a little the colors. If we just merge it, the color. And I will please. Okay. Greetings, Arthur. Welcome. We're almost done here, but you are welcome. I'm trying to now just going on a little bit more bluish, so it looks more like water. And my final layer, the last one, it's a trick, but it's called overlay. Overlay, it's a grid layer mode in Photoshop that it's great for effects, lights, and stuff like that. And one thing we can make, it's maybe this apple, because I changed the colors. Now it's a bit bluish. I don't know if you can see it there. We need to fix that because now it's a very ugly apple. With overlay, I will try to add some light with yellowish color, so it can shine a bit. Maybe too much. And you also can make things look darker if you use a darker color. Oof, I have a full list on that. Yeah, it's like I don't like to draw architecture, vehicles, perspective, lot of stuff. Always had a bad time drawing those. Try my best to accomplish, but sometimes, yeah, it's hard. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like the color of the apple. Okay. So I think we are almost done. This overlay layer, it's a bit too heavy, but I can make it 75%. It's enough. Otherwise, the lights bother. So the guy who ordered this avatar asked me to add the background color. So let's try something. And see which color is better with the switch this. We need some contrast, so maybe a warm color. It's better. Not too bright, not too dark. I think this session will be available in my channel at YouTube, so you can check it out later and see the whole process in the comments. Warm one, yeah, because of the contrast. Otherwise, if you use a cold color in the background, will merge with the avatar. So you want the avatar to pop up. So you create a contrast with the opposite color. So we are using blues, then reds are usually the right answer for you. Yeah. I'm erasing these little things I paint outside the line. So it's a job well done. Not. Yeah, an overlay color also has it. Yeah, magenta will be great too, because it has some blue also. But I think most of the guys have some prejudice on magenta. I don't know why, guys, because I love it, that color. I had some avatars that I did in magenta color, and people saying, I don't like magenta. Can you change it? I think, oh, okay. It's more aggressive in red. They like more. Okay, last retouches, and we're done here. So it's done. Another avatar done. Amber 514. Thank you for coming, Raz and She. Yeah, you know where you can order some of this at wondercraft.net. Until 29 of this month, you got a 17% discount. So take a chance if you can. I hope you have fun, and I hope to do this more, because I really enjoy drawing and talking, and I think I'll get better talking if I do it more. Sorry about my English, Thank you for your enthusiasm. Yes, sure. I would love to do it again. See ya, guys. Thank you for coming, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.